Alright, let's talk about the update. Besides the volcanic island, they also add new fruit, 3 reward fruit, improving UI and change some name of the sword gun, and a bunch of controversy. In my opinion, overall, this day sucks. The thing I want to talk about first is the fruit, the thing people always talk about. Let's talk about the dragon fruit. I don't know what the dead thing when they make this fruit, because the only thing I can think of is that they cash grab you guys. Because let's face it, there's no way this fruit is on stock on either Mirage Island and normal stock. So you are either have to pay in Robux to get this, or begging for God that someone trade you this broken ass fruit. But like, I'm being serious right now. The old version of this fruit is already good and super annoying to deal with. Dragon user now they mostly just transform and become unstoppable object, cause when they transform my HP just gone. And Dragon Talon V2, honestly, did it change anything? Like the V1 in the new update is like in the same as V2. I don't see the difference between two of them. Well, besides the fact that you can ride the X move, which is kinda useless. I don't know why when I watched the trailer I thought, oh my god, this skill is super useful, but when I got the hand in the thing, I immediately point out that this skill is probably pointless to have. I mean, they did change the Z skill to make it less shaky, but it's pretty much it. The V1 after the update is the same thing as the V2, so it doesn't matter. Maybe it deal a little bit more damage, but yeah. New level cap now is 2600, and the new play for you to grinding is absolutely horrible. And they add an NPC as an Easter egg for the next update, but no one cares about that. Oh my god, how can I forget about a gun? Oh my god, how can we forget about a gun, guys? Honestly, no one uses gun besides Sogisa. Yeah. If you say that you're using some reward gun, then maybe again, I'm not lucky enough to see you. But how about the Dragon Song? Yeah, this gun is indeed good, but then what is the point of reward the other gun? Like, I still don't get it. They spent a whole year just to remodel, improve UI, rename, update skill. All of that they just add another gun, which of course outshine every other gun, and by adding this new gun, it just defeats the whole purpose of the gun update at the first place. Like, how could this make sense to them? Baby is nothing new, because they never nerfed anything. The patch notes said that they nerfed the Portal X move, which is you can M1 during the X duration. Yeah, the Portal V skill and Z skill need a bigger nerf, but they just don't care anymore. Like, they never touch those skills, and they nerf the X, which is more like a fixing bug. The other fruit is the same. It's not really the same, but the Kitsune fruit is now slower than before, which is kinda good because there's no runner anymore. Buddha spammer will never admit that they have auto trigger turn on when they BB, and the other bitch user just transform in whoop your ass. And now we have Dragon Fruit, which raises the question is, what does that think when they make this fruit do so much damage? For most of the time, I don't see people in the human form. I see they in the dragon form. Like, I don't know what they're thinking, man. The dragon race, I don't know how good it is, because I don't see anyone using it. The only thing I see is a big nerf is the Kabucha. The Z is now slower, actually not slower, but because they have more effect when the explosion. The X is now pretty slow and it's hard to see through it, and that's just a small nerf, but again, no one uses Kabucha nowadays and they nerf it. Alright, tell me I'm wrong, but I feel like the dev just want to crash rap you guys. Like Portal, Kitsune, and now it's Dragon. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but the fact that they just never nerf this thing or touch this thing is crazy for me. As I mentioned in the previous video, this fruit
just dominating everything else. Even if I'm mad at the player and I can't really do anything, because I know I can't really blame the player, because this thing in the game is not against the rule. They are doing completely right. The problem needs to be solved by the dev. But after the remove dragon and adding new dragon, also forcing you by buying them again by using Robux, even when they did actually control the problem, but it also shows the true nature of them a little bit, I believe so. I mean, according to this video and this, both video is not from the admin but from the other YouTuber. However, he still provide enough information for me to wonder if the admin gave the money to the developer and really just let the developer do whatever they want. It doesn't make sense to me. You're saying this dev spent that much cash, but they say they don't know about this. We are talking about a game that changed their life forever, and they seem careless. Too careless. As I said, it makes no sense, even though they said the admin and the developer are separate group. But still, the admin should have known all about this. They are the boss, and the developer is an employee. Did this to them. I think that they are lying, alright? It's just my opinion. They're trying to play a victim. In this whole situation, it's about the apology. It's just showing that they know they are wrong and they try to make it right, so that you, a player, you see a change in their heart, so you still believe in them and you play the game. But then again, the perma thing is a big thing, since you have to pay amount of Robux for that, and suddenly they did this to the community. Alright, look, well, maybe I'm just overthinking, but let me know what you guys think, because this whole situation makes no sense and they just seems, I don't know, weird.